All right, well, now on to the NBA co-owner accused of turning a blind eye to genocide. A co-owner of the Golden State Warriors taking heat for saying, quote, nobody cares about the Uyghurs. Senator Tom Cotton joins us now. Senator, it's good to see you. This is Chamath Palihapitiya. He is a billionaire, and he is a 10% owner in the Golden State Warriors. Just so that everybody at home knows what we're talking about, let's re-rack the tape and play it here.
Nobody cares about what's happening to the Uyghurs, okay? You bring it up because you really care, and I think that's nice that you care. The rest of us don't care. I'm just telling you a very hard...
Wait, you're saying you personally don't care?
I'm telling you a very hard, ugly truth, okay? Of all the things that I care about, yes, it is below my line.
Of all the things that I care about, yes, it's below my line. Senator, what did you think of that statement?
Well, it's shocking moral indifference to communist genocide. But it's not that surprising from this woke billionaire. You know, he likes to saddle up his high horse and ride it hard on things like climate change and green energy, because he knows that the Democrats, to whom he's given millions of dollars in campaign contributions, will reward him with billions in tax breaks and subsidies. So it's all about profit there. It's all about profit for him in China as well. He's not going to say anything that risks his access to Chinese markets or his access to Chinese funds. He's putting profits over principle. But, John, I also want to point out the Golden State Warriors and the NBA have been conspicuously silent here. Golden State simply put out a statement saying they disagreed with his opinion, without even stating what the opinion is. They're terrified of even mentioning the topic, much less taking a stance. But the NBA still has said nothing. The NBA is a league that took away the All-Star game from the state of North Carolina a few years back because North Carolina's democratically elected representatives thought boys and girls should go to different bathrooms. The NBA in the past has made owners sell for expressing outrageous opinions. And unless Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, and the league want to be exposed as brazen hypocrites, they need to force this woke billionaire to sell as well.
You mentioned the Golden State Warriors in this statement. Let's put it up on the screen so the people at home can follow along. They basically disowned him in a way, saying Mr. Palihapitiya does not speak on behalf of our franchise, and his views certainly don't reflect those of our organization. But as you were suggesting, Senator, Palihapitiya really kind of said the quiet part out loud here, because it's pretty clear that the NBA doesn't care much about the Uyghurs. It's pretty clear that all of those American companies that are pouring billions into the Beijing Olympics don't care much about them either.
Yeah, all of these companies are focusing on access to the Chinese market and getting Chinese money, as opposed to focusing on principle, a genocide against China's own people. And that's saying nothing, John, about what they've done to Tibet, what they've done in Hong Kong, what they do to Taiwan, what they do to oppress Christians and harvest organs. It is a totalitarian communist state. You have all of these woke CEOs who are putting profits over principle.
Senator, we just got about a minute left. I wanted to ask you about another development, and that is that China has stopped selling tickets to Chinese people for the Olympics. It's not selling tickets to people overseas because Omicron is now starting to really kind of run rampant there in Beijing. Are you concerned, you have voiced concerns in the past, now that Omicron is beginning to spread quite rapidly, about what U.S. athletes will endure in the next 2.5 weeks, and what should the USOC do about it?
Yeah, John, I'm very concerned. I called for a total boycott of these Olympics a couple months ago because the Biden administration didn't have a plan to keep our athletes safe from Chinese surveillance or harassment. Now that China is not even selling tickets to its own citizens, it's time to reschedule these games. Look, we did that to the Tokyo Summer Games 2 years ago, and the Summer Games are much larger and much more complex logistically than the Winter Games. It would be very easy to reschedule these games for the coming winter and to move it to a civilized, democratic nation somewhere around the world. That's what should happen now.
All right. Senator Tom Cotton of the great state of Arkansas, good to be with you today. Thanks for joining us.